franchise. Exterior, urban neighborhood, Detroit, evening. Christmas Eve. Apartment buildings line each side of the road, some with colored lights, other with wreaths. There's snow on the ground, dark slush in the streets and gutters. Outside one of the apartment buildings, two young boys make a snowman in a small yard. The older, Rod, 12, shakes his head as Kevin, 8, places a Detroit MTA hat on the snowman.
Bro, what gives?
He's a bus driver.
A bus driver? The snowman's a bus driver?
Like Daddy.
Oh, so he's a loser.
Kevin turns to him. Bam! Handful of snow in Rod's face. Interior, Jesse's apartment, bedroom, evening. Two hands button up a shirt with a prominent MTA logo and a name patch reading Jesse. Standing in front of a full-length mirror, Jesse, late 30s, straightens the collar, calls to his wife.
Baby, you see my hat?
Exterior, urban neighborhood, evening. Kevin dodges Rod, hides behind the snowman.
Daddy's not a loser.
You ever wake up and see him on Christmas morning? How about Thanksgiving?
Kevin throws another snowball.
4th of July? You know why?
Interior, Jesse's apartment, bedroom, evening. Jesse pulls on his MTA jacket. His wife, Regina, 30s, places a Santa hat on his head. Kisses his cheek. She stares at him in the mirror, drapes an arm over his shoulder.
Kevin?
She nods.
Snowman?
Another nod. He smiles.
At least one of my boys doesn't think I'm a loser.
Rod doesn't think you're a loser.
Jesse raises an eyebrow.
He's confused, that's all.
You got everything you need?
Well, what I really need is to be waiting at a cold bus stop in a fur coat and have some handsome MTA employee ask for my fare. But I don't have it.
You do know I need to leave.
Uh-huh. But I gotta make sure you come back.
He gets out today.
You picking him up?
I don't know.
You should pick him up. He's your brother.
I gotta get going. Walk me down.
Exterior, urban neighborhood, afternoon. Kevin lands on his back. Snow hits his face. As Rod grabs the hat off the snowman, Kevin growls, tackles him into it.
You give me that back.
Rod pushes him off, hops over the sidewalk fence, holds the hat over the gutter slush.
Don't.
See where we live? That's because Dad never had the guts to do anything more than drive a bus.
He drops the hat, steps on it, looks at Kevin, who's displaying abject mortification. Fear at something else. Rod turns. Jesse's on the steps with Regina. Jesse removes the Santa hat, gives it to Regina, and walks away. Regina steams, points at the door.
Inside.
But
Inside!
we go.
They ascend the stairs past her. She slaps the back of Rod's head. Regina sees the hat in the gutter, descends to the stairs, retrieves it, gently shakes the water from it. She turns as Jesse reaches the back of the block. A bus pulls up, lets him on, drives away. Exterior, Detroit MTA station, established evening. Buses line the lot as others pull in and out. Interior, Detroit MTA station, evening. Abe Sims, 40s, thin, weathered, the supervisor, briskly enters a room full of MTA drivers, including Jesse. He holds a clipboard, moves back and forth in front of a large map of the Detroit metropolitan area.
Okay, 10 minutes before shift change. Show of hands, who didn't volunteer to work this evening?
No hands.
Good. Last year we had some issues with drivers abandoning their routes.
Exterior, Detroit Street, flashback, night. An MTA bus covered in snow. Two emergency medical workers approach it, pry open the door. Gray from cold, hands frozen to the steering wheel, is a driver. The only movement comes from his eyes. The only sound is distorted vocals. Whore, whore, whore.
One fell asleep and nearly froze to death outside an old girlfriend's house while stealthily parked in the opposite direction of a one-way street.
Interior, Detroit MTA station, evening. Abe shakes his head.
Another decided to do some donuts at the park.
Exterior, Detroit Park, flashback, night. An MTA bus spins around and round the black top. Exterior, Detroit Park, flashback, night. The bus is off kilter on a curb, only now covered in snow. Emergency medical vehicles and a tow truck roll toward it.
He nearly froze to death waiting for a tow truck to pull him off the curb he got stuck on.
Interior, Jimmy G's spot, flashback, night. An MTA bus driver sits at the foot of the stage as naked bodies dance in and out of frame.
A third waited out the holiday sojourn in Detroit's only all-night gentlemen's club.
Behind him, a man approaches, taps him on the shoulder. The driver waves him off. Another tap, another wave. The man sits next to him, stares. It's Abe, complete with clipboard, MTA jacket. The driver extends $1 to the stripper, never notices Abe. Interior, Detroit MTA station, evening.
You men volunteered for this shift. You're either lonely.
In the back, an MTA driver's writing on a pad, complete with drawings. How am I going to be happy? 1. Find friend. 2. Handcuff friend in basement. 3. Give friend haircut.
You're bored.
On the side, another MTA driver is coloring his thumb with a pen. From a different angle, it looks like Abe Sims.
Or need the money.
Jesse fidgets.
But you're working. And you will work. I'll be spot checking roads, so if you plan on pulling a fast one, well, bah humbug.
A bell rings.
Let's go.
The drivers rise, move for the door.